Hello everyone, welcome to the Upfront. Over 14,000 newborn babies in Gaza are facing death from hunger and disease. This humanitarian catastrophe unfolds before the eyes of the world, yet the international community remains largely silent.
والله تعبنا خالص ما فيش طبيخ هدفنا كل يوم زي كذا وتو انحرقنا والله العظيم انحرقنا واحنا واقفين على التكية وهي جايبه اجيب للعيال ايش بدنا نسوي الحمد لله يعني فيش اكل فيش طحين فيش اي شيء والله العظيم تعبنا والله يا اخوي.
في الوقت الحالي الأمن الغذائي منعدم تماماً. الأشياء المطلوبة للأطفال تتوفر اللي هي طبعاً الغذاء إنه يكون شبه متوازن.
The Israeli government under Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu continues to block vital humanitarian aid even as global agencies warn of a looming mass child death toll. The silence of world powers is not neutrality, it is complicity. Can Israel still claim self-defense while children are buried under rubble or starve in incubators without power? Humanitarian law is clear, collective punishment of civilians is a war crime. Yet no international court has held Israel accountable. The selective morality of the West, which has sanctioned and intervened in other regions under similar crises, remains conspicuously absent in Gaza. Since October 2023, Gaza has seen more than 17,000 children killed, some in airstrikes, others from hunger. The United Nations has warned that 93% of Gaza's children are on the brink of starvation. Just recently, UN humanitarian chief Tom Fletcher warned that without immediate aid, 14,000 newborns could die. Yet on May 19, only 5 aid trucks entered Gaza, a fraction of what is needed.
I'd like to say something about the horrific situation in Gaza, where the level of suffering, innocent children being bombed again, is utterly intolerable. Mr. Speaker, over the weekend we coordinated a response with our allies, as set out in my statement with President Macron and Prime Minister Carney last night. And I want to put on record today that we're horrified by the escalation from Israel.
Israel continues to impose tight restrictions and frequently blocks trucks at border crossings. Despite these horrors, many global leaders continue to call Netanyahu their ally. Meanwhile, voices of protest grow louder. At the Cannes Film Festival, a t-shirt bearing the names of nearly 5,000 dead Gazan children made headlines. But symbolic gestures are not enough. What Gaza needs is action, not applause. Palestinian poet Musab Abu Toha captures the anguish in Gaza better than any news report. Forced to flee, he now lives in the US. His poetry recalls how his children learned to identify drones and F-16s before they learned to ride bicycles. Every night we die many times, he said. Watching your loved ones die is also a kind of death. His children played war instead of games, seeking safety under blankets from missiles falling from the sky.
ما حصلتش على التكتية اليوم يعني زي ما انتم يعني امبارح ما حصلناش والله ناموا من جوع لو ما حصلناش اليوم حيناموا من جوع يعني وهذا الامر مستمر له اكثر من شهر ونص شهرين معانا. اتمنى يعني الكل انه يقف جنبنا يعني وانت اطفالنا تموت بالبطيء.
We have requested and received approval of more trucks to enter today.
Is this the world we have accepted, where Palestinian children are born only to suffer and die? Where the international community offers condolences but not aid? Even the British Parliament has begun to question its support for Israel. Conservative MP Kit Malthouse recently admitted that confronting the Gaza massacre has become morally unavoidable. Some, like UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy, have called for ending trade ties with Israel and imposing sanctions on extremist ministers. Some, like UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy, have called for ending trade ties with Israel and imposing sanctions on extremist ministers. But actions remain half-hearted. Arms sales continues. Fighter jets used in deadly bombings are still delivered. The United States, France and Canada have expressed concerns but stopped short of meaningful intervention. The double standard is glaring. In Ukraine, international outrage came swiftly. In Gaza, starvation is met with silence. When humanitarian aid was blocked for 11 straight weeks, children died not from the lack of medicine but from political indifference. The few who speak up, activists, aid workers, poets, are drowned out by media narratives focused on Hamas instead of humanity. This is not just a war, it is the destruction of a people. And the world's complicity will not be forgotten. As thousands of newborns face death in Gaza, history will ask, where were we? Why did we stay silent? In a time when children die for lack of milk and mothers cry without hope, neutrality is a crime.
خايفين من الجوع بس انه نجوع فعلا نموت اولادنا يموتوا قدامنا جوع بدوخوا بقعوا قدامنا وانت عاجز وش كمان بدك ايش نفسك
الأطفال إنه أشياء موجودة ضرورية لبناء جسمهم هذا كله مش موجود. حتى لو في السوق موجودة الأشياء بتكون سعرها كتير غالي، يعني إحنا ما بنقدر إنه نشتريها. الطحين طبعا هذا الشيء الأساسي والمهم مش موجود تماما، يعني شبه منعدم من عند معظم الناس، معظم الخيام، معظم النازحين.
If the world fails to act now, the death of Gaza's children will stain our collective conscience forever. That's all for today. If you like the content we provide, please subscribe to the Upfront and press the bell icon to get notification of all our updates. Please share our videos and educate others. Thank you.